Professional wrestling lost another legend. On October the 2nd, yesterday, while in Los Angeles for events related to WrestleMania, the former sheepherder, Butch Miller, passed away in Los Angeles, California. October the 21st, 1944, when Butch was born, he passed away yesterday in 2023 at 78 years old. The Sheepherders had a couple of runs in Memphis. The original run was with his tag team partner in the Bushwhackers, Luke Williams. Luke was teaming with Jonathan Boyd. They were here in 1982, 1983. Then in 1987, Luke and Butch teamed together in Memphis for a very exciting and money drawing run with the Fabulous Ones. Luke Williams is currently 76 years old, and he was in Los Angeles over the weekend. Jonathan Boyd passed away in 1999 at 54 years old. Butch Miller, when he passed away, was 78. Rest in peace to the bushwhacker, Butch Miller.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
It's the Monday after WrestleMania. Hey, everybody, it's the Power Pro Wrestling Watch Along. I'm Randy Hills, and we need to say hello to everybody that's in the program today, watching the program live. It is Brooks in the house, Gregory White in the house, my friend David Linville. Also from Australia, Mr. Johnson is in the house. Did I say Greg White is in the house? Brooks is in the house. Our buddy from Adams, state of Georgia. Now, Georgia is where he lives now. It's not his state. He claims himself to be a Arkansan. I don't know if we claim him, but that's another story for another day. Certainly, Liza Johnson says, long live the sheepherders. And Greg Wayne says, hello as well. Hey, we have an exciting Power Hour. Spent the weekend watching WrestleMania. Liked it a lot. Want to bring in Adam Dunn to say hello to him on this cheerful day. I'm sure he's as cheerful as ever, as fired up as ever, and ready to rock and roll today. And he'll preview and tell everybody what we're going to see. He's working now, folks. He's working because he came on this show and smiled. He's working. Anyway, what are we going to say? See, is it going to be another big one?
Oh, yeah, another good episode of the Power Hour. We're going to take a look here and see. We're going to have Mick Tierney and Bulldog Reigns will be in action going against Kurt Angle and Kid Wicked. We'll see Baldo, now he's known as Prince Albert. He'll have a TV studio confrontation with Mark Henry. He'll be in studio today. We'll see Alan Steele going against Ray Gordy. Derek King against sensational Steve Bradley. Brandon Baxter and Nicole Bass will be in studio. We'll see now Sean Stasiak, now known as Meat, will be going against Chris the Dragon Cannonball, Vicious, Vic Grimes, and Prince Albert. And we'll also get a Grimes interview in the parking lot. And we'll get the Freebirds, Gordy and Hayes, both in studio today. So a lot of big stuff coming up on today's show. And Randy, I guess we're going to have to cover it as well. This is the show that was 6 days after the death of Owen Hart, and we'll see that on the show today as well.
And Adam just popped off just like he popped on, and I see him in that screen. Tanner's in the house, and he asked, "Is this the first time Baldo is called Prince Albert?" He had been a month or so into the WWF, so it was the first time in Memphis that that Baldo was called Prince Albert. Adam found a thing, as he does, just out of the blue, finds great stuff that relates to the subject, and you had that in your archives. That's a good deal, Adam. And were you mad at me? Were you hot? I thought you were mad
No,
at somebody
no,
else. I didn't know you were
I
mad at
actually,
me.
no, I hit the button I thought to put me beside you, but it actually took me off the screen. So no, I didn't mean to jump out that quick. And yeah, this video here is I recorded this at the time. This is from my collection.
All right, this is from Channel 5. Was this the Sunday news or the Monday news? The event happened on Sunday.
Yeah, this was the weekend news. This was Sunday, and what it was is they originally had shot this because Jesse Ventura was running for governor, and so that was the tie-in. And NBC had just aired the Jesse Ventura story in primetime right before the news, so that's what all this was for. But then they kind of adjusted on the fly and did the tie-in with the Owen Hart situation because that had just happened. So we'll have the news coverage of them announcing it as it happened, and then we'll have the package. So when you watch the package, they'll kind of intro it and kind of do the tie-in with Owen Hart, but you'll see in the package at the end of it, it had to do with Jesse Ventura, and the reason that seems out of place is because it was originally talking about Jesse Ventura running for being governor, and that was what was on NBC right before this newscast aired.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll play that clip in just a minute. We'll come back, and I have some graphics, several pictures of Owen Hart that you can play as I go ahead and give some information. Then we, courtesy of, we're doing it for a public service type of situation. We're going a rare situation, maybe the first situation that I've ever used video from the WWE, but several spots of Jim Ross covering the story. Just wanted to tell you how professional that is. But always professional is Adam Dunn finding the Channel 5 clip, and they doing a great job. Here's the TV5 clip, a news story after the death of Owen Hart. Let's watch.
Well, tonight a professional wrestler is killed in an accident in Kansas City. Wrestler Owen Hart fell 50 feet at the Kemper Arena in Kansas City tonight. He was being lowered into the ring for a pay-per-view event. Kansas City police and the World Wrestling Federation confirm that Hart died. Owen Hart wrestled under the nickname Blue Blazer. The tragic death of a wrestler reminds us it's not just fun and games. Greg Shackelford has more on safety in the wrestling ring. From body slams to sleeper holds, you'll see it all in pro wrestling. Not knowing the rules could make getting in very dangerous. The shocking news of wrestler Owen Hart's death tonight reminds us just how dangerous it can be inside that ring. Action News 5's Greg Shackelford got into the ring this weekend. Greg, tell us what you learned.
Well, learned a lot. I don't want to be in this business. Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle is who I took on. He recently started with Power Pro. Channel 5. I did the ring for some painful points. Champion against Kurt Angle.
I need to learn when you are a professional wrestler is how to protect yourself. And the one thing you need to do is learn how to take a bump. This is a bump, for instance. Okay, so you have to protect yourself because when this guy picks you up in the air and he wants to slam you, you want to be able to protect yourself so you don't get hurt as badly. In the crotch, on the shoulder, lift me up, take me this way.
This ought to be good.
Ready? Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Whoa!
Perfect. Now, what I like to do is give you a bump. You think you can handle a bump?
I can handle a bump.
Okay. Let's see. The easiest one for me to give you would be probably a body slam.
All right.
So all you're going to do is make sure that everything lands flat. I'll take you down, protect yourself, okay?
All right.
Here, ready, go. Pretty close. Some other things that we do is we like to work the arm.
Dave, I don't think
So when you're in a tie-up position, what I'll do is I'll take your arm and I'll work it, okay? Now what I want you to do is take my arm back with that hand, go underneath, twist mine. Good, good. Ah!
Whoa!
Here you have to really protect yourself because you're doing a lot of high-flying stunts and you're not sure what's going to happen. A lot of times you put yourself in somebody else's hands. That's hard to do.
And then, looking back on Jesse Ventura's career, you followed him as a wrestler and as a wrestling fan yourself. What did he do that made him so successful?
I think Jesse Ventura, more than anything, was an entertainer. He really knew how to get the people either cheering for him or cheering against him. And I think that's an important part of this sport is how you portray yourself to the audience. You know, you can work all you want in this ring and be the best worker, the best wrestler in the world, but if you can't get these fans fired up, you're not going to have a long career in this business. And I think Jesse Ventura was one of the best.
Looked a little rough out there, Greg. How you feeling today?
My golf game's getting better by the day.
So you're not going to give up your day job, I take it.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
All right, and we'll go right into the talk. Where were you, Adam? Where were you when you first, and how old were you? I forget, you're so much younger than me. So in 1999, how old were you the night of, what was that, May the 23rd?
Yeah, so my birthday's in June, so I would have turned 14 in 99, so I guess I was 13 when that happened.
How did you hear about it? Do you remember?
I know, I don't think, I definitely wasn't watching the pay-per-view. I can't remember. I'm sure my dad's probably who told me and who probably heard from Lawler, because I knew enough to know to record the news that night, right? So that's about really all that I can remember of it. And you know, it wasn't like it is now. There wasn't like instant footage of it on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. There was always rumored there was like a camera that caught it, but you know, I don't think there's really ever been any footage of it ever shown. And when it occurred, they were in a package, so it didn't happen, you know, on the air. But yeah, I just remember. I remember Lawler was the first person to get to him, and I remember he knew pretty much right then and there that it wasn't good.
Jeff's asking how much heat did Kurt get for that? None, zero, no heat at all. The old school guy that I didn't like it too much. They asked if they could do an interview. I didn't envision I saw it. I wasn't very happy with it.
Right.
Happy with it, but I didn't blame Kurt at all. I didn't blame Kurt at all. Back to the Owen Hart story as we look at some of the pictures of Owen Hart. Owen was born on May the 7th, 1965. He died on May the 23rd, 1999, at age 34 years old in Kemper Arena in Kansas City. Owens fell to his death at the Over the Edge pay-per-view during the process of being lowered to the ring by harness and grapple line from the rafters for a Intercontinental title match against the Godfather. Owen Hart was portraying the Blue Blazer. Very sad situation, and there sums it all up. Beautiful there in Calgary. Just a heartbreaking situation. And it was in a live pay-per-view, and everybody second guessed Vince, and everybody said, oh, I would have done this and I would have done that. But man, when you have millions of dollars at stake and a people that's bought tickets, and they did not know when they continued with the show that it was as bad as it was. It's live television. Adam and I talk every week. Adam probably just as much as I do. We love live program. I like this live program because you never know what's going to happen and you never know where we're going to go with it. Again, I'm borrowing from WWE footage that I found on Facebook. The video is not real good, but I want you to pay attention. This is a little lengthy, and you can hear the emotion. You might not be able to see the emotion, but you can hear the emotion of Jim Ross having the responsibility and the terrible task in that pay-per-view of breaking the news of the fall. Then later the news confirmed the death of Owen Hart. In a few minutes, about a 6-minute video, but I thought it was important to take us back to that moment. And it was, again, the date of that is May the 23rd, 1999. Let's watch.
Folks, let's take you now to an interview conducted earlier tonight with Kevin Kelly and the Blue Blazer. And we got big problems out here.
Well, Blue Blazer, you got a big match tonight, going after the Intercontinental Championship, taking on the Godfather.
Ooh, the Godfather. Just saying his name makes my blue blood boil. Ooh, the Godfather, my arch nemesis. He represents everything that's wrong with the WWF. But fear not, because I, the Blue Blazer, will always triumph over evildoers. And you know why? Because I always take my vitamins, say my prayers, and drink my milk. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, when you're doing live television, a lot of things can happen, and sometimes they are not good. The Blue Blazer, as we know, as Owen Hart, was going to make a very spectacular superhero-like entrance from the rafters, and something went terribly wrong here. Certainly, Owen Hart, Blue Blazer, a very serious situation here at this point in time is being attended to by the EMTs. This is not a part of the entertainment here tonight. This is as real as real can be here. And the EMTs are tending to Owen in the ring now. And we are at a little bit of a loss for this situation. I've been doing this for more years than I would like to admit. And this is it's one of the most shocking things I've ever seen. This is not your typical wrestling storyline. This is a real situation. Owen Hart was to ascend in a superhero-like entrance from the ceiling of this arena, and something terribly, terribly went wrong. I don't know if the harness broke or what the malfunction was. And we are going to keep our cameras on this crowd at this point in time, simply because, well, ladies and gentlemen, again, Owen Hart was scheduled to descend from the top here, the Kemper Arena, in a superhero-like entrance in his Blue Blazer character. Something has gone terribly wrong with the equipment that Owen Hart was being lowered down to the ring, and the paramedics are working on Owen Hart. Let me tell you, we are going to have, and we've already had some entertaining things. This is not a part of the show. I don't know any better way to put it. This is not a wrestling angle. This is real life. Owen Hart, with the equipment malfunctioning, is being attended to right now by a host of EMTs. We are not going to put this on television. It is not a sensationalistic attempt to leave a mark here on this event. It was, again, we don't know exactly what malfunctioned. Obviously something in the apparatus, we assume, and that's all we're doing is assuming that went wrong, unless Owen inadvertently released himself before he was near the ring. So again, we will have our mixed tag team matchup. We will have the rest of this broadcast, but the bigger issue now is that a human being, Owen Hart, has been terribly injured here on this live broadcast. So we will, again, there's been so many things that have happened here, but right now nothing is more important than the health and the welfare of not only a great athlete, but a very unique and a good human being who is now being attended to in the ring. And again, I can only reiterate the best way that I know how, and if I'm not being as articulate as I would like to be, I hope that you can understand that this was not, I repeat, this was not a wrestling angle. This was not a part of the storyline. This was a terribly, terribly tragic situation, and the EMTs now are giving Owen Hart external heart massage. There are several folks are there to attend to him, and Jerry Lawler back joining me here. King, I was just reiterating the fans, this is not a part of the show. We're here to entertain and have fun, but this is neither.
No, it doesn't look good at all.
So again, the Owen is being attended to. He is now leaving the ring. We are not going to sensationalize this event by taping it, by showing you what's going on, and Owen Hart getting a tremendous ovation here as he is being carried from the ring. And thank God that the EMTs who are already here tonight standing by, that they were here and able to get here so quickly. And folks, again, there's so many things going on. We will keep you updated on this situation. And our mixed tag team match, by the way, is coming up next. We will tell you that. And Kevin Kelly, we do understand, is standing by. Let's take you now to Kevin Kelly, who I think is with Jeff Jarrett and Deborah. Here in Kansas City, tragedy befell the World Wrestling Federation and all of us. Owen Hart was set to make an entrance from the ceiling, and he fell from the ceiling. And I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has died. Owen Hart has tragically died from that accident here tonight.
May 23rd, 1999. Can you imagine being in JR's shoes?
That does not get any easier no matter how many times you hear it. That's no, I couldn't.
And Jerry Lawler was one of the first to the ring when it happened.
Yeah.
First right there to the ring. And that has to be one of the most traumatic things he's ever been involved with in his life, and certainly for JR having the responsibility as the lead voice on Raw, and the fact that his broadcast partner was in the ring trying to do whatever he could do to help out in the situation. But JR, great job there, right? In a sad, horrible situation.
Yeah, and absolutely. And you could just tell, I mean, everyone here especially knows Lawler's personality, and for him to say 3 or 4 words and not looking good, that's rough. That's rough to hear from Lawler, because you know that's bad.
You know, we try to start out the show as much as possible, unless Adam's in a bad mood. But even if he's in a bad mood, he can work pretty good and act like he's in a good mood. But anyway, today I knew that because of the open graphic we're fixing to see in just a minute, I knew we had to deal with this situation. And you're going to deal with the situation, I felt, to research it, and I felt to get the pictures and get the videos, and you felt that certainly it would add to it, that news story, which it did help tell the story. So this is not something that either one of us or anybody watching at home, whether it's Al or David or Liza or PJ or Mike or Brooks or David or whoever watching the show today, and there's so many that said hello to us already, but I'm open with the Luke Williams, Bushwhacker Luke passed away on April the 2nd, then we go right into this story. But Adam's already previewed the Power Pro show, and we'll get to show number 59 of Power Pro Wrestling, and we'll be back with you to wrap it up in about 47 minutes. But we'll still talk to you. I don't know if Adam will or not.
As just about everyone knows in the wrestling world and the rest of the world too, the wrestling world lost Owen Hart last Sunday night in Kansas City, Missouri in a tragic accident. He was 34 years old, and he left a family. To that family, we send our sympathy.
He's a great family man, a father, a husband, and we remember Owen Hart.
We'd ask everyone in the audience here, please, to stand as we ring the bell in tribute to the life and the memory of Owen Hart.
Very well done.
Very well done. I think it's just something you had to cover, Adam.
Absolutely, yeah. And I was actually there in the studio that day and remember standing for the salute.
I remember Brandon Baxter and I both were up in the control room, and we both stood. Nobody could see us, but we both stood.
The Power Hour is on the air. We are ready to go, and we've got our big one today, the ring debut.
Oh, man!
Of Chris the Dragon Cannonball coming up.
He's here today. Hey, we got the fabulous Freebirds in the house today.
Thank you, Al.
Looking
Appreciate
forward
those
to them.
comments.
They're going to be here. Also, listen to this. Baldo in action today, taking on Vicious Big Grimes. That will be a dandy, buddy.
It should be a big one. We'll have Mark Henry here. Also, we'll be telling you about
Adam, in your opinion,
only
how
tonight
much
at
did I miss the
Jonesboro,
boat
Arkansas.
on Bulldog Reigns?
Right now, Bulldog Reigns.
I don't know that you missed the boat, especially if you compare to how he was used the year before or the 2 years before in USWA. He was featured quite prominently, I thought.
We are ready to get it on the Power Hour. Ready
It
to go
was
today.
just a
If you
balance
live
with
in
the
or around
legendary
Jonesboro,
talent
Arkansas,
like
hey,
Coco,
this is
White,
today's
at
program
times
because
Whoopi,
there's
like
a
Doug
big
and Tommy and
lineup
Waller and
for tonight
Dundee,
in
and
Jonesboro,
just
like
so
at the
many
Old Bell.
more balance than that with the young crop of developmental talent from the WWF that I was paying to develop. I had to put them on television. And I'll be honest with you, Adam, I've said it before and I've told you some of the stories. Using local talent like a Kid Wicked or a Bulldog Reigns did not make the WWF very happy at all.
Power Pro Day. And this should be an interesting tag team bout. And this is just the opener here today.
Greg Wayne, the
on
referee.
Power Hour.
We got lots of action coming up here.
Yeah,
Hey,
we got
Greg,
Meat
you
here
still
today
watching, my
also
friend?
from the
Hey,
World
Frank
Wrestling
Seaton.
Federation.
I
And
hope
the
you made
return
it
of
through the
Baldo,
storm
now known as Prince Albert, but
without any damage to your house.
Vicious Vic Grimes will be
Big
around.
guy, Big Baldo, always great to see those guys. Great to welcome them back to Power Pro right here today.
Bulldog Reigns, he's been quite unhappy in the last few weeks. He thinks his role has not been quite as big as it should be, and he has been trying to fight his way into some title matches and what have you, trying to impress the owner. Kid Wicked.
I think I've mentioned this before, and Greg, since you're watching, I always love the way Greg would go into counting the pinfall.
Yeah, you have mentioned it before, and it stands out in a good way. Very good job.
Journey.
We'll see if Greg was the only referee of the day. His brother, Audrey, usually refereed for us, and I don't know, we don't preview these shows in advance. I don't know if Aubrey had the day off or what the situation was, Adam.
He backs up McTierney, whips him into the ropes.
Greg does the whole day. I could be wrong.
Takes the big Irish jaw down.
Great move by Kurt Angle. This Olympian really coming on. Of course, the pro style quite a bit different from the Olympic style. Downtown, Bruno tried to trip him up. Angle goes after Bruno.
Oh, he had Bruno. Boy, I tell you, it would do me a lot of good.
Nick Tierney was a hawk, and the stuff we did with him was just great.
Yeah. Nice move from Mick Tierney.
Now,
Tierney
I'll give a question to Adam and anybody. Do what,
I
Adam?
thought something too. Didn't Mick injure Aubrey last week?
Yes, that's the deal. We left him off in anger. Good job. That's why I have you around, kid.
And Kurt Angle.
That's why I have you around.
Now Bulldog Reigns, Mick Tierney doubling him up.
Mick Tierney, what an athlete. I think we did a very good job and a lot of good stuff with him, and now this triple threat match on Power Pro Wrestling. You know, I wanted to continue to use the local people and the legends, paid to use the WWF talent as Mick goes for that sleeper and the suplex right there. But at the same time, it was just a balancing act. And then you'd have people like Downtown Bruno sneaking every camera shot he could get. He loved it.
And of course on Monday afternoon, Rick Ankiel, who is just incredible, is scheduled to start again.
Look at Kid Wicked go, boy. He's starting up right now. Makes the tag, and we got them both in there. Well, we got all of them in there now. Into the ropes goes Bulldog Reigns. Double backdrop on the Bulldog. They take him down.
That took Reigns out of it, at least for the moment. Now they go after Tierney. They double him up. Over the back they go.
Yeah, Kurt was just a natural from day one. Kid Wicked was directing traffic there.
Looking good.
Clothesline. Don't know how believable looking that was. The belly-to-belly suplex from Kurt, and that should be it. And it is it. As referee Greg Hill, Greg Wayne makes the count. 1, 2, 3.
Here today, Kurt Angle, Kid Wicked gets the victory. Now Bruno jumping Kurt Angle from behind.
Oh, he throws Bruno just like a sack of potatoes right across the ring, and Tierney drags him out of there.
Uh-oh, that was not good for Downtown Bruno. Tried to interfere in the match.
The Dragon Cannonball.
Just the high energy. We started with bad news, then we went with this tag team, this triple threat type of match, and that was good. Here's one of the deals that we did I didn't like.
The scoop is that everywhere I go, I, Chris, the Dragon Cannonball, you can feel the heat. You see, when I set up my opponent with the backdraft tackle, he's ready to go. He is ready for the most devastating and spectacular finishing maneuver of the next millennium, the cannon elbow ball. Feel the explosion of the Dragon Cannonball when I bench press more than 500 pounds in front of all the TV stations in the world. You know what's the scoop of the scoops of all the scoops? I'll be in action later on. Don't miss it.
Couple of big guys, Mark Henry and Prince Albert Baldo, coming up when we return.
Mark Henry hadn't appeared on Power Pro Wrestling up to this point. He had appeared for the USWA television.
Hey, Brown and Corey Macklin, freshman, The Price is Right. Back at
he was in
right here. And we are ready to tell you all about
Power
this
Pro
action
Wrestling for the Redbird Rampage the night before.
In the Earl Bell Community Center tonight.
Oh, my goodness, is it going to be big tonight? There it is. It's one time only tonight. 8 o'clock is the bell time. Advance tickets are on sale at the following locations. You see them there. Get those tickets so you can be there tonight.
Out of
20
business.
stars.
Cavanaugh Hyundai in business, and they got off. Nobody could read the sponsors.
Nicole Bass will be there between 4 and 6 this afternoon. Don't forget all those places you can pick up advance tickets. Front Page Cafe, Bill's Superfood, and Kavanaugh Hyundai. Pick them up ahead of time so you don't have to stand in line tonight.
No doubt about it. Power Pro and K-Fine present. There's the lineup. You're going to see Mark Henry there, Prince Albert, or Baldo. Meat is there. Nicole Bass, Brandon Baxter, the Freebirds, J.R. Smooth, the Power Pro Heavyweight Champion. Also Glenn Coca, also Kid Wicked, Mr. Personalities, Derek King, and much, much more. All tonight,
including superstar Bill Dundee.
Also, you got Vicious Vic Grimes in that hardcore match. He'll face off against
Like a hard
sensational
hold, 2
Steve
words.
Bradley.
That one should be a good one. That
Mm-hmm.
little confrontation right here last week on that. I think Vic Grimes may have been a little bit surprised at it, too. Kane finds Jason Gregory in a challenge match, goes against Downtown Bruno. That's worth the price of admission right
I'm
there.
telling you, I'm thinking the same thing. Special challenge, and man, I'd love to see Jason get a hold of Downtown Bruno. We'll see how far downtown Jonesboro Bruno will be running after tonight.
It's one time only tonight in Jonesboro, Arkansas. 8 o'clock is bell time at the Earl Bell Community Center. Don't forget, you can pick up your advance tickets at Front Page Cafe, Kavanaugh Hyundai, Bill's Superfood, Quick and Easy Pawn, and United Pawn.
Yeah.
All of that for tonight's one-time only action in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's been a couple of months. We've got record crowds in Jonesboro.
Oh,
Could be
big
another
crowd.
big one tonight.
Yeah.
Make your plans to be right there at the Earl Bell Community Center.
Nothing like being out there seeing it live, is it?
Nothing at all like it. Like
Got
right
the
here.
big guy right here today. Here he is!
Yeah. Here comes Prince Albert. We know him as Baldo. Boy, last night, I tell you what, over at Redbird's Rampage, he had it going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, outside interference. Welcome back to Memphis,
Good to have you
Tennessee.
back. We got a special interview here. We're going to also invite out Mark Henry. He's here today. Ben, we want to talk with Mark face to face, and both of you guys have agreed no confrontations, all that sort of thing. So, want to make
Please,
sure we
no confrontation with Corey and I here in the ring. But the big, big match coming up tonight in Jonesboro, Arkansas, as Prince Albert Baldo will be going against this man right here, Mark
Love listening to
Henry.
Mark Henry on Busted Open. At times, he has a son who's a senior in high school, and he's a hoss as well. Jacob Henry. Check him out, folks.
We're going to have them face off right here.
You
and
will
right
see it
now
in the
on
world of
Power Hour.
wrestling
Mark
one of
Henry
these
is
days.
in town.
Mark Henry, I'm not a man of many excuses, because excuses are like rear ends. Everyone has them and they all stink. But last night, when I stuck this size 15 up against that melon and knocked you to Queer Street, I had you beat for 1, 2, 3 until the fat man, Vic Grimes, had to stick his nose in Baldo's business.
Well, let me tell you something real quick before you start screaming and get all excited and everything. How did that leg drop feel across your head for the 1, 2, 3? When you talk about putting feet on melons and this, that, and the other, you just remember who won the match.
Yeah, but some help there from Vic.
Tonight we're in Jonesboro in front of my people, the people who made Baldo as well as these people. But enough of you. Enough of you. I'll see you tonight. Vic Grimes, since I left town, you claim that you're the master of Memphis. You're the master of West Coast violence. That's as violent as you get, Vic Grimes. You got nothing. And you step in the ring with me, kid, and I'm gonna whip you like I say, like a red-headed stepchild.
Well, there it is from Baldo.
Oh, now look out, Vic. Come on.
Hey, you guys have about time
We're not
already.
going to have any confrontation.
No disrespect, Mr. Chocolate, but, you know, it's my time. And if there's going to be any fighting around here, it's going to be between me and you. And that's right. You know what I'm saying? The fight ain't over. No, no, no. The fight ain't over till the fat lady sings, lady. So you go ahead. You go ahead, fat lady, and start singing because it's all over.
Well, Vic Grimes interfered in the match.
Come on.
You don't want none of this stick.
Vic,
I'll tell you that. You don't want none of this stick.
Whoa, look out, Dave. Oh, there they go. Out on the floor they go. Mark Henry over at ringside.
Yeah. He's walking over here as Baldo and Vic Grimes go at it. You know, Baldo is rightly upset because Grimes interfered in that match last night.
You can't blame him.
You know, he shouldn't have got a real good whooping right there.
Well, I don't know about that.
He should have had that kind of energy last night when I was wrapping these soup bones around his
Well,
neck.
he did have some energy, and tonight in Jonesboro, he's going to be looking for
I think
you
we could have
again.
done a better job with Mark Henry.
Hey, I have nothing to say, Mark.
Man, he's an imposing son of a gun.
Here for a minute, you know, take a load off. I don't think nobody will mind. It's time, about time Memphis has some class.
We're going to take a break, so we're going to do.
There, Mark started his announcing career in Memphis in 1999 on the Power Hour.
All right, I had forgot that as well. That's why I love these Power Hour hours. Expect the unexpected. As Roger says, Baldo and Vic Grimes go at it. Mark Henry there. That is great. As Roger said,
Got a young
two
guy who made his
big
debut.
bruises.
He was actually underage.
Where did Mark go?
He said he was older than he was when he started in wrestling.
You go, Randy. This is your favorite match. This is
He's
what, a 12-star match?
Steele in this match right here. Referee Gregory Allen is in the ring.
I don't know if I can watch it. And where did Mark go?
Ray Gordy as he makes his way to the ring right
He just sat down, took a little rest, and left.
Referee, is it Greg Wayne? Is it Greg Peel? Nope, it's Gregory
Redbird's
Allen.
Rampage out at the baseball park at Tim McCarver Stadium, and looked good last night. And boy, he's had a great teacher, Dave.
Yes, he has. Terry Bam Bam Gordy, great teacher. He learned from the Freebirds. He's going against Alan Steele in his debut match on the Power Hour here today.
Look at this, though. Look at Allen. Whoa!
In all fairness, that is where he got injured and destroyed
Nice
his
move there. Yeah, he broke it up. Good move by Gordy.
Looks like he's limping.
Yeah, I think he hurt his leg.
Flips him out of that corner, and Ray Gordy stammers along there, and Alan Steele fighting back. Steele backed him up.
Injured leg or no, he didn't step away from him. He waded right into the corner. Steele drops on him. Now cover. 1, 2. Ooh.
That's all he gets. Two counts. Got meat here today.
Surely I sent heels in or did something to stop this.
You did. They were a little late. Yeah.
Cannonball. Our first look at him on the Power Hour.
And Derek Gang will be coming up. A man who we've had lots of hopes and aspirations for.
Yeah.
But taking it somewhat of a bad attitude here in the last few weeks in Power Pro Wrestling.
I tell you, he's really getting sour. Really, really surprised to see Derek King turn out the way he has. Look at Alan Steele, missed it. I also want to tell you, fans.
Yeah, you have to respect Ray Gordy, Adam, for being injured badly, and he continues to compete.
Make a note of that.
Right.
Next Saturday.
Due to coverage, NBC coverage of the French Open, so 1 hour early next week.
Ray Gordy stumbles in the corner and puts the elbow.
I don't think the crowd realized he was hurt. They booed there. That's bad. Adam, I don't know if he knows it at all because he's. Oh my goodness.
Gordy. Oh, get down and look at this.
Polka, J.R. Smooth, and Kearney, and Big Drive. They all.
Hey, and you know what this is for, Dave? Because Ray Gordy is the son of Derek Bam Bam Gordy. They want to get advantage of this. This is awful. They even got Alan Steele. They took off both of them. J.R. Smooth.
This is absolutely disgusting. They're trying to take out their problem.
Sidewalk slam. Oh, here comes Terry Gordy.
And Michael P.S.A.
Boy, let me tell you, Gordy.
Still better than a lot of local Memphis matches I've seen lately.
You know that these guys will pull this kind of stuff.
Yes.
On his son that's just getting started in professional wrestling. The fabulous Freebirds are in the house today.
Where did Ray go?
Yeah.
I think he got the hell out there as soon as he could.
The Freebirds, Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy coming out.
Terry Gordy looks like he just come from
to right
vacation.
the wrong that was being done there. Disgusting is what it was, Michael and Terry.
I'm going to tell you what. When you took the title, that was one thing. Now you're messing with family. That is a bad move.
Yeah, just kidding. Hey, you know, I came all the way from Freebird Mountain. I'm talking Freebird Mountain just to take care of a little business. And I come here, my boy, he gets hurt. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take care of you in Jonesboro, Arkansas tonight.
I'm going to tell you what, Dave. We're changing the match right now. It's going to be a bad street match tonight in Jonesboro. You see, the fabulous reunion party is in full flight. It started last night in a jam-packed Tim McCarver Stadium. We whooped J.R. Smooth and Glenn Coca from first base to second base to third, and then we took it home. But you silly rabbit, didn't you know tricks were made for kids? You're just a squirrel trying to get a nut. And this is our world that you're trying to live in, and it don't look good for you tonight in Jonesboro. My record is unblemished in Jonesboro. If you don't believe me, ask Randy Hales. He lost blood, he lost his hair, and he lost his company because of me. And tonight, the fabulous Freebirds will do it once again in Jonesboro. You know what it's like? You know what it's like getting hurt? You're going to find out tonight. You might find out sooner or later on the test.
I think J.R. Smooth and Glenn Kolka have a whole world of trouble wait for them in Jonesboro, Arkansas tonight. The Power Hour continues. Derek King is going to be here in just a few minutes. Don't forget, Meat is coming up later today.
There's
The Power Hour.
Yeah,
absolutely. The Power Hour continues. As we always expect, the unexpected. We also sometimes expect to see a Goodyear advertisement for what happened and olive bread.
Back
And
on the
here's
Power Hour
Corey Mack.
and want to get in the ring, talk to Mr. Personalities, Derek King, and his personality has not been too kind here as of late. And he's got his head of security hanging around him there, I'm sure not far behind. CB Wyatt. I want to talk to those two. These guys, I tell you. You just almost hate the sight of Derek King now. He just has really disappointed me, but these guys in a totally different mindset, totally different direction. But I know a couple of people that are looking for you all, and I'm talking about Brandon Baxter and Nicole Bass. You two are going to be in the ring tonight against Brandon Baxter and Nicole Bass in Jonesboro.
You know, we're back in Jonesboro. You know, the last time we was in Jonesboro was when Derek King became the...
That's when Derek King turned on Brandon Baxter.
No, that's when Derek King became the biggest star in Power Pro history.
Yeah, right.
And see, the biggest star in that now, we're going to be back in Jonesboro, and I can't wait because you know what Brandon Baxter had to do? He had to go get... Shut up talking right now while I'm talking. He had to go out and get a woman. He had to hide behind a woman. But see, right now I got somebody that's going to take care of Nicole Bass. Why don't you tell them what you're going to do to Nicole Bass? You know, last night at Tim Carver Stadium, I chased Nicole Bass from first base to second base to third base. I chased her all the way around the field. And then we took it to Liberty Bowl Stadium. I chased her around Liberty Bowl, and she's still running, Corey.
Yeah, you chased her all right. With her running behind you, that's how you chased her.
No, I wasn't. No. I chased her all the way out. You know what? She's running for Jonesboro right now, and I'm headed right after her, Corey, because tonight she's all mine. DK, you have nothing to worry about. She's got mine. Absolutely nothing to worry about. I'm going to take care of Brandon. He's going to take care of Nicole Bass. So we don't have nothing to worry about at all, Corey. Nothing absolutely to worry about.
Well, we'll see. That's why we have matches. And speaking of matches, we've got you in the ring right here today in action here on the Power Hour. Back to you, Dave. We're going to see Derek King in action. In the ring, and his opponent making his way to the Power Hour. Talking about sensational Steve Bradley.
Bradley has really looked good the whole time he's been in Power Pro Wrestling, as a matter of fact. He is going to be looking for Derek King. Derek does have his head of security, CB Wyatt, here at ringside. But I think Bradley can probably take on the both of them. Here he comes, sensational Steve Bradley. Very impressive. He won the Young Guns Trophy his first time in here. He's on the ring apron. Tell who the crowd is behind. Referee Gregory Allen calls for the bell. Derek King jumps Bradley from behind.
From behind. Now, see, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about Derek King. This guy...
Well, that's what
change of attitude, Dave.
That is what you got to watch right there, too, because Bradley, a very balanced wrestler, and he came right at him. Oh, face first into the mat.
Nice move from the guy out of Manchester, New Hampshire, Steve Bradley, former Young Guns champion with a body slam.
I can't watch a Steve Bradley match and just think, man, what a damn shame.
Yes, and what a missed opportunity. This is a hell of a match. A hell of a TV show.
Oh, only two, but Derek wore out.
Yep. Derek is in trouble. That slowed him down a great deal there. All that run in his mouth he was doing a little bit earlier. Oh, he goes out of the way, and Bradley ends up hitting. He hit on his right knee very hard, too.
He sure did. Derek King, Mr. Personalities, with his head of security, CB Wyatt at ringside looking on. Derek climbs on the top rope. He's got Bradley. Wow. Leg scissors right over that top rope. Takes him down.
Pretty impressive by Derek King. You got to give him that.
Yeah, you got to give him that. Derek King
I love
backed
those
up
shots.
Steve Bradley into the rope. He
Yeah,
goes.
just a good
Elbow
product.
takes him
Just a
down.
good product
Looking forward
from
to
the booking to the
Baldo
talent
against
to the
Christian
announcing
Big Grimes. That's coming up right
to
here
the
today
production.
on
Just
today's
everything
Power
about
Hour.
it makes
Big
me
Grimes
happy.
interfered in
We
the
live
match
in
last
Power Pro
night, and
Wrestling.
Baldo is just waiting to get him, and he's going to do it here a little bit later on today. And then tonight, Baldo is going to be facing Big Mark Henry over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. One time only tonight, Jonesboro.
Yeah, Mark Henry's got a lot to say, but not much time to do it in, so we'll see if he does all of his speaking in the ring tonight over in Jonesboro at the Earl Bell Community Center. Derek King and Steve Bradley, what a dandy of a bout we got going here, Dave.
Derek King snaps that neck, and Steve Bradley is in trouble.
And that is painful. Very painful. He backs Bradley up. Into the ropes he goes. Steve Bradley bounces off. He's got Derek King. High in the air. He's holding it. Oh! Pounds him down. One count. Here comes CB Wyatt.
That ought to be a disqualification
Yeah,
right
it ought
there.
to be.
as Wyatt
That's
jumps
ridiculous.
in there.
CB Wyatt has no business in there. Jumps right in. Had a great bout going between Bradley and King. Uh-oh.
I'm going to ring the bell. That's a DQ.
You had
The
to
lights
scoot
are
to get
off.
out of there,
What's
didn't you,
going on
Greg?
here?
Uh-oh. I hear music, Dave.
What in the world?
The lights out in our studio.
Nicole Bass in the ring.
What a nightmare, man.
He just ran into the floor. She couldn't do
You
anything.
look across the way and you see Brandon Baxter and 6'3", 240 pounds of Nicole Bass. Dave's headed up to the ring and get a word from these two. What a surprise, Nicole Bass here today on the Power Hour.
Surprise guest here today, Brendan.
Yes, PJ, she is big.
The last few weeks have
Absolutely.
been full of surprises. And you see, everybody says that Brandon Baxter can't get anything done. That's what Derek King thinks. He thinks that Brandon Baxter is going to get to him, but I'm going to get to him with the help of Nicole Bass. You see, Derek, you said, Brandon Baxter, you're hiding behind the girl. Well, as you can tell, there's plenty of room to hide back here. But you're
No, wasn't here long enough to be a Jerry Lawler against R. Bill Dundee. So no. He could have been in a different era and if he had a longer run here. But no, not in any way.
Attitude of yours. You're a
This
girly
gives you a
man.
quick
You
watch
are
Brandon's face after this.
too much DK. It stands for dumb kid. Dumb kid. That's what you are. I have Brandon here. We were out all night partying, and we're still here. We're still here to just kick a little bit of your tail, and you better watch out. This face.
I'm
this
good,
face
Andrew.
is the most beautiful face, and no way are you gonna mess it up.
Oh, I don't know what else to really say about that. But tonight, Derek King, in Jonesboro,
No, he didn't.
Arkansas, the Earl Bell Community Center, it's my town. And there's nowhere for you to run. There's nowhere for you to hide because tonight, in this very ring, Nicole Bass and Brandon Baxter against Derek King and CB White, and we are taking you out.
It's all happening.
If you want to show up at Kavanaugh Hyundai, we're going to be there from 4 to 6. We can start the fight on G Street today.
It's all happening at Jonesboro, Arkansas this afternoon and tonight. If you're anywhere around the Jonesboro area, you want to make your plans to see this one. We're going to be back here. There's lots more to go in the Power Hour. Don't forget, we've got meat coming up, and Baldo will be going against Vic Grimes. All of that still to come.
Power Hour. Isn't it exciting? Greg enjoyed that last segment. Liza in the house. Andy Calvin Jr., BJ, and all our folks here watching the Power Hour Watch Along. As it's April the 3rd, Can you believe
we're
that?
back, and I'm
And
standing
here,
here with
once
the
again,
opponent
we go back
for
to our
downtown
relationship
Bruno
with
tonight. And Bruno,
K-Fine
make sure
Radio
that you're taking a good
that
look at this
started
monitor
back in
because you've got
1999.
Bruno in the ring. I've
Brandon
got Bruno
Baxter,
in the
the
ring
lead
tonight, baby.
voice,
I'm
the
gonna take
lead
him
guy, the morning
downtown
drop-down
Jonesboro,
guy,
Arkansas.
the
The Earl Bell
operation
Community Center. I'm
manager,
gonna
the
feed him
program
to a
director
bloody
from 3
little
different
pulp, and I'm
stations.
gonna eat him for
Brandon
breakfast. But speaking
still
of food, now, Corey, I
there
want to make sure
today.
everybody knows to come out to the Earl Bell Community Center tonight to bring some canned foods for a Salvation Army food drive we're doing. That's right. That's going to be great. What a tremendous effort there. So it's a big food drive for the Salvation Army? That's right. And the more cans you bring, the more chances you have to win those WWF tickets to Monday Night Raw, June 21st to the Memphis Pyramid. Now, come on, Bruno. We don't need any problems. You're going to get him in the ring tonight.
Let me explain something to you. First of all, usually I come out here dressed up in my nice suit. I got my fighting clothes on today in case you want to feel froggy and try to jump a little bit. You know what? You're out here talking about Salvation Army food bank. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? Everybody brings all the food that K-Fine. It don't go to poor, starving, homeless people. It don't go to the Salvation Army. Look at this guy right here. Oh, Bruno, it goes to the Salvation Army. I'm talking. This guy takes the food home and eats it. That's why he's a big, fat goof. Let me tell you something else. This is professional wrestling. This is Power Pro. This is the Power Hour. This is, hey, I'll tell you something right now. You don't like it. Oh, look out. Wait, man, I'm telling you right now. Whatever, don't put my hands on you. What do you think about it? Whoa. Come on, let me tell you something. Jason, you got the best Saturday night in Jonesboro right tonight at the Earl Bell. Look out! Hey, what is Kevin doing? What are you doing?
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Bruno's been in the business 20 years. It's not right for groups like this to get smartened up just because Randy Hills, wants to get involved and do stuff with K-Fine. It's not right. It's stupid. This
ain't got nothing to do with you, Kevin.
It does too, because you heard me a couple weeks ago. I was talking about how guys haven't paid their dues, and I'm still waiting around. This guy's getting all the TV time, and guys like...
Here's Randy Hills out. Yeah, get them both out of here, Randy. I'll see you in Jonesboro. He can take his hat off, Bruno. You don't need that. Get out of here. You guys... Jason's a guest of ours, and he's treated like that.
Well, Kevin came out here and jumped him. Bruno was out here challenging him, and then he tackled him. And tonight in Jonesboro, make sure he watches for both of them to come out here, all right?
I'm going to be out there. Gordy in that situation when he was playing because he has a broken leg.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know Gordy was really favoring that
Hey,
leg. I know it was
Greg,
hurt.
what's
He was
going
really
on?
limping around in the ring and staggering around. We're going to talk on tour. Let's start with Jonesboro tonight. We've talked about it quite a bit. It's all going to be over, and the action will take place tonight. 8 o'clock, the bell's going to sound. Let's take a look one more time real quickly at the action tonight. The entire lineup tonight. Jonesboro, Arkansas, Earl Bell Community Center. It's one time only. Stars from Power Pro and the WWF, and 8 big matches.
You don't want to miss this one. It is
That
going to
was
be
a
some
sellout,
kind of
was it not?
lineup. Let's continue
Yes.
taking a look at the whole thing. You see Mark Henry, Prince Albert, Baldo, Meat, Sean Stasiak, Nicole Bass, Brandon Baxter, Fabulous Freebirds together tonight. You may not see that again for a long time in Jonesboro. One time only. J.R. Smooth, Glenn Kulka, Superstar Bill Dundee scheduled, Kid Wicked, Derek King. That's what's coming up tonight
Big
in
lineup.
Jonesboro, Arkansas.
20 superstars in a hardcore match. Big Grimes takes on Steve Bradley. Following that, you're going to see K-Fine's Jason Gregory. He'll get his chance against downtown Bruno
And
down there
watch
tonight.
out for Kevin Christian jumping in behind you there. One time only tonight, 8 o'clock bell time. Earl Bell Community Center is the place. Advance tickets on sale now at Front Page Cafe, Kavanaugh Hyundai, Bill's Superfoods, Quick and Easy Pawn, and United Pawn. Get those tickets ahead of time and avoid the long lines at Earl Bell Community Center.
Then Thursday night, Lady Luck Casino, the king, Jerry Lawler's in Lady Luck Thursday night, 7 o'clock bell time, and Stacy returns. A summer blowout card coming up Thursday night at the Lady Luck, 7 o'clock bell time.
And the following night, Friday night, June 4th, Kennett, Missouri at the American Legion Arena at 8 o'clock. Advance tickets are on sale right now. It's going to be a title match there, a hardcore match. Going to be lots of folks there. Young Guns title match, too. All coming up in Kennett, Missouri on Friday night.
Friday night in Kennett, going to be a big night there at the American Legion building in Kennett. And then Wynn, Arkansas, Thursday, June 10, 8 o'clock bell time, National Guard Armory. Handsome Jimbo from Memphis is on the card in Wynn, June the 10th.
Mercy Daddy. He's going to be back in Memphis, too. Handsome Jimbo from Memphis at Boogie Jam 99, New Daisy Theater. It's coming to Beale Street Friday, June 11th. Friday, June 11th at 8 o'clock is going to be bell time at the New Daisy. Lots more on this one next week. Well, it's going to include that $5,000 challenge match that Buddy Wayne made to Mick Tierney. Tierney's got to beat him twice. He's got to beat him twice. Buddy said, I'm going to be the fastest man alive that night.
Get those 5 G's, boys. All about the Benjamins. We'll see what happened down at New Daisy. And then Henderson, Tennessee, sponsored by the Quarterback Club up at Henderson. Great folks up there. Phil Hickerson signed for that night. Henderson, that's Power Pro on tour. Be there when it comes to see you.
Well, the man who is absolutely it has returned to Memphis Power Pro Wrestling. You know, I told you all along that no matter where I am in the world, the ladies can't keep their eyes off me, they can't keep their thoughts off me, and they certainly cannot keep their hands off this gorgeously gifted hunk of meat. Already in the World Wrestling Federation, Terry, Jackie, and now Ryan of PMS, they can't keep their hands off this gorgeous piece of meat. And Chris Cannonball, you come out here and you show videos and brag how you can bench press 500 pounds and blow fire out of your mouth. Well, let me tell you, Chris Cannonball, when
cameo from
finish
Vicky
with
here
you,
in just a
you won't be
minute.
blowing
As she
fire out of
takes
your
away
mouth.
this
You'll be
Cannonball
blowing
fire.
it from some other cavity of your body. Remember this, you can't beat the meat.
That's meat.
Good Saturday morning
Headed for
content.
the
You
ring
can't beat
right
the meat.
now. Meat never had a good attitude the whole
Expect
time
the
he's been in Power
unexpected
Pro.
on
And
Power
he
Pro
takes off,
Wrestling.
goes up to New York City to the World Wrestling Federation, back in Memphis around the Power Pro territory. And today, here is his opponent.
Could you imagine being allowed to do this in a TV station? Because I think that the fire goes up in the lights and the ring and everywhere else.
Oh, yeah. It's pushing our limits.
Fire is burning. Whoa, whoa. They didn't catch our lights up there, did he? Well, it's got the ring man.
Yeah, we got a couple of places there that needed to be extinguished.
There was Ricky Field.
Cannonball. Cannonball finds himself in the ring again.
Did you see your wife,
Sean
Greg?
Stasiak, you know him. Well, in the WWF, they call him Meat. And he's finding himself in trouble right at this moment. Over in the corner. Cannonball goes by off the rope, swings by again. He's on his feet, but not for long.
Chris Cannonball came in here very highly recommended. We've been
I
watching
know old Vicky will probably
word from Cannonball.
gripe about her payoff that day, which was probably nothing, just helping out that day. She'll probably send me a stinking bill. Greg, is Vicky going to send me a bill for
And
that?
that backdraft tackle. We'll see if he gets it on Meat. If he does, it could be all she wrote. 1 count, 2 count. Meat almost had him there.
And he finishes it off with a cannonball elbow when he can, and that usually wraps things up. If you see it, look for a 3 count to follow.
This is what a great job Dave and Corey are doing, introducing you to Chris and what to look for.
Chris Cannonball.
Yeah, you're doing a real good job.
Chris the Dragon standing in. Meat suplexes him down. Takes the big guy down right in the middle of the ring. 1 count, 2.
You know, Meat still has that same problem he had when he was here, and he takes a little too much time.
Corey had the
celebrating,
unfortunate cast to follow Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and he was with Dave.
Whatever.
But just
Yeah,
take
his own
Corey's
accomplishment.
work
Rather than just
alone
making the
and
pin, he
compare
might have
him
been able to get a 3 count
to
there on
any
Cannonball.
wrestling announcer. I don't care if it's AEW. I don't care if it's WWE. I don't care if it's 2 of the wrestling promotions in Memphis. Here,
Oh, yeah.
those guys that do local television, Corey Macklin blows them out of the water. Do you agree?
The simple fact that Corey can do a live televised show by himself and get it all in and do what needs to be done. And no, there's not anybody locally, I'm sure, that can do that. And there are some now, you got these 3- and 4-man announce teams. I don't know who can do it. Dave can do it by himself, Lance can do it by himself, and Corey.
I can name you 2 guys in Jonesboro, Arkansas that could do it. I'm one of them, and Brandon Baxter's the other.
Well, yeah.
By the way.
The boot was there as Meat now attacks Chris the Dragon Cannonball. Cannonball was coming into that corner fast. Meat slowed him down.
This is a good
Coming back
match,
with
and
a right
we're
hand,
taking
backs him into
advantage
another
that
corner.
the WWE talent,
Across the
WWF at the time
Drags him
talent,
into
was
the
at
turnbuckles, but see there
the
again,
Red
taking a little time.
Bird
Whoa!
Rampage the day
King
before.
Cannonball
We had
trying
Mark
to set
Henry,
up
we had
and to
Baldo,
move out
we
of
had
the
Meat,
corner, and Meat finds himself
and
in
Chris
trouble.
Cannonball, who continues wrestling today as PCO. He was part of the, just started to be a part of the crew as he's going to put away. Oh, he about fell and did that dive, and that's it.
That's a three.
He got it.
That's a three.
The cannon
Probably
elbow
not used to
is
that
what he
style
got
of
on
rope.
him. He almost
No.
fell off the rope, but he made it, and he got the count of 3, and Meat once again finds himself defeated, possibly because of a little premature self-congratulation.
Yeah, it cost him about. I understand that Big Grimes
Yeah.
in the parking lot. What is he doing out there now? There's
There he
the
is.
camera.
If you think for one moment that I'm going to sit there and allow the 1, 2, 3, you're drinking some serious NyQuil, boy, because I'm going to beat you like a 3-year-old in Kmart.
What happened to
if you
Derek
know what
King
I
and
mean.
Nicole Bass? Oh, wait.
What? That's Derek King running CBY.
Yeah, King and White.
Oh, no wonder they're running. No wonder Nicole.
I love that kind of
You
stuff.
better come with it, brother. You better come with it. Because for one and only, I, today, am going to put my body on the line one more time. And it's going to be to hurt you bad, boy. Hurt you real bad.
There's Vicious Big Grimes, and how about that day we saw Derek running across there like Mickey Mouse or something, and CB Wide behind him.
Right behind
no
him.
wonder they're running. I don't blame them.
No,
Them
Nicole.
folks didn't raise no food.
What was the CBI I was talking about last night over at Rampage, and he was chasing Nicole all over the place.
Yeah.
We can see who was chasing who right there. Here comes Big Grimes back into the studio. I'm just glad he didn't leap off of one of our live vans out there like he has tried to do the last couple of weeks. He's back in, and we've got action coming in just a couple of minutes here, in which Big Grimes will, in fact, be in the ring. He's going to be going again. Prince Albert, Baldo, and Baldo's got a score to settle with this guy after a Redbird's Rampage last night when Grimes just uninvited comes out to ringside and interferes in the match. And I
Well,
believe
Vic
caused
was trying to
Baldo the
be
match.
Cactus Jack.
I think maybe he might have had Mark Henry until Big Grimes showed up. Mark Henry and Baldo will get another chance to settle that one tonight in Jonesboro, one time only. J.R. Smooth and Glenn Kulka have
They're a little
arrived,
lost here.
and they wait Mr. Grimes to leave the area before they come strolling
I
in.
think Vic showed up too early.
And I...
Nick fed away.
Listen, I want you to both hear
J.R.
this.
Smooth,
My understanding
the
is
father of the
Mr. Gordon
Usos.
is injured thanks to you two.
Later on,
And
known to the
Terry
world as
Van
Rikishi,
Van
came
Gordon
in
and Michael
with
PSA
Glenn Clark.
have made this a bad street match in Jonesboro, Arkansas tonight.
Well, I tell you what, cuz, is that bad street match supposed to scare us out of Jonesboro? I don't think so. I took the belt from you, and I gave it to the man who deserves the belt right here, my new partner. And I'll tell you another thing. You can see by what we did to Bam Bam's son that we strike hard, we strike often, and we strike when we want to, not when you want to. Take it away, man. Let me tell you something, punks. Jonesboro, Arkansas is where me and the big man is going to set it off. And let me tell you something, Freebirds. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for you guys. Let me tell you something. You know who we are? I know who you are. Jonesboro, Arkansas. When you see the marquee, J.R. Smooth and Big Glenn against the Freebirds. It's one chance, one time only, baby. Come out there to see the Bad Street beating of the Freebirds, because we're going to take it to them. And let me tell you something about that dumb punk. What's his name? Speak up.
His name is Ray Gordon.
Ray Gordon. Let me tell you something, Bam Bam. Don't you ever bring a little kids in a man's sport. And you ain't got the job done yet. Tonight, we're going to take them out. Plain and simple.
Ganging up and attacking a kid is what they did. Bad street match, 8 o'clock bell time, Earl Bell Community Center in Jonesboro. Don't forget, Baldo is going to be here looking for Big Grimes when we come back.
Strike while the iron's hot. Jonesboro is a hot town, and this was designed as a Jonesboro television, no doubt about it. Here's Mark Henry.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, Mark.
Baldo and Vic Grimes going in the ring. Referee Gregory Allen
arrives there. Mark Henry is joining us here at the desk, even though we didn't really invite him, but he's big enough. He can pretty well say what he wants. Some excitement.
Flipping through my notebook and over here, guys. No business even.
Nobody else is going to add any.
Big Grimes coming off the top rope.
Such a fat guy, he can fly.
He has got a lot of mobility. We have to give him that. But I tell you what, watch Baldo, watch Prince Albert too. He can move pretty good in the ring.
You know, I watched him move last night. I was impressed.
Well, you might be a little more impressed tonight if they can keep Vic Grimes from interfering, because I think Baldo maybe had you going last night when Grimes arrived and interfered.
Yeah. He may have had me going, but having you going for a little while means nothing. It's always the man that comes on strong in the end.
Well, and Mark Henry is the one who got the 3 count and had his hand raised when all was said and done.
Into the corner, look out! Baldo!
That's
what a camera shot.
Man, he bounces out of that corner, and Big Grimes with a body slam. Slams the big guy down.
See, Big Grimes is going to end it right here.
It's over, says Big Grimes. Grimes climbing the ropes. Look out. Prince Albert on his feet. He grabs Grimes.
Man, how good was that?
Mark Henry takes off.
Only a 2 count. Mark Henry jumps in the ring. That's going to be a DQ.
Yep, no doubt about it. We got to ring the bell. Not much time left on the Power Hour. This is our main event. Big night tonight, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 8 o'clock bell time. Oh, my goodness.
Baldo will be going against Mark Henry in Jonesboro. Maybe they can keep Vic Grimes out of it. And we
Appreciate
can
all the
have 1
comments.
against 1.
Special
And we end the show with Mark Henry, Baldo, and Vicious Vic Grimes.
Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
Exciting, action-packed, Power Pro Wrestling. Before we bring Adam back in here, I wanted to do a little plugs here, and we'll start, folks. Be sure you watch Talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow night, as the panel of my friends will be with us for Talking Memphis Wrestling. It's a big, big show, 7 o'clock. We'll be live for Talking Memphis Wrestling. Our major story is the sale of the WWE to Endeavor Properties from who go by the UFC. The UFC parent company Endeavor is merging with WWE. That's a big, big, big topic, and we will cover that tomorrow on Talking Memphis Wrestling, our final review of WrestleMania Nights 1, Night 2. We will also talk about the controversial finish of the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match, and Cody is into hard times, and we'll go flashback and listen to the classic Dusty Rhodes Hard Time promo tomorrow on Talking Memphis Wrestling at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Then Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time at 953theticket.com. I'll be on at 9 o'clock in the morning Central, the front row with Bud Rose. So I told you Tuesday, I told you Monday. Here's Adam Dunn to tell you about next Monday's Power Hour.
All right, yeah. So coming up on next Monday's Power Hour, we're going to be getting into the month of June 5th, 1999. Big Grimes will be back in the parking lot. Well, the show's running angle. We'll see more of Brandon Baxter, Derek King, and CB Wyatt. We'll see Bulldog Reigns going against Chris the Dragon Cannonball. And you heard us talk about it this week. Handsome Jimmy Valiant will be around. While the Young Guns title match, Ken Wicked going against Vic Grimes. Buddy Wayne and Vic Tierney. You saw that challenge match was made. We'll have a segment with them. Slick Robbie D will be going against Alan Steele. And JR Smooth will be going against Kurt Angle for the Power Pro Wrestling title. So a title match will be our main event next week right here on the Power Hour, Andy.
Hey, I don't know what's going on, but your audio in that last segment was not was kind of a little choppy. Don't know about that.
Okay.
PJ loved the show today. Laza loved the show. He said, "Will WWE and UFC become World Wrestling Fighting?" I don't know. I really don't know. It'll be interesting. and our Tuttle. This is going to be a good one tomorrow night. Great show tonight. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate Greg Wayne watching. Appreciate the cameo as Adam so smartly predicted that Vicky Peel showed up. Oh, Vicky showed up on the Power Hour. Any comments about the show we watched today, Adam, real quick before we say bye-bye?
Nope, another one that I thoroughly enjoyed. Like I said, I was there that day with some of my friends. I recognized a lot of people in the audience that day that later became my friends years later. So that was really cool to see. And speaking of Vicky and Greg, also I'll just quickly put up there for those that don't know the Wayne's World show with Greg Wayne. You can look up Greg on Facebook. There's also a Wayne's World page on Facebook. Greg, if you want to throw that in the comments, certainly you can. Just wanted to remind people of that as well, Randy.
All right. Very good, Adam. Thank you as always. Thank you guys for watching. We close by saying the way we opened the show today as we saw the fact that on May of 1999, the wrestling world lost Owen Hart. We discussed that today. Owen Hart, very sad situation. Also, just a couple of days ago, the wrestling world lost Butch Miller, Bushwhacker Butch. Sad, sad loss of a legend of professional wrestling. That does it for Adam. That does it for me. Until tomorrow on Talking Memphis Wrestling, for Adam Dunn, this is Randy Hills saying bye-bye, everybody. We thank you for watching.
Power Pro Wrestling.